facing technology challenges. That is what we are right now. So thankfully, Chanakya did not have to face technology in his days. Chanakya was blessed with a diya and a sword at that point of time. So he did not have to worry much about technology. However, the thoughts of Chanakya, the teachings of Chanakya does become implementative to technology world as well. So it's very evident we can talk about that. I'm just waiting for Pillai to join in, and then we can discuss it out there. Like this is all towards Vijigishu, which is a program which we are doing. So the session which we conduct now is more focused to understand the subject of Vijigishu. I'll just wait for Sir to join in, and then we'll discuss it.
Hi.
Sir? Hi, sir. So I was just trying to tell everyone that thankfully Chanakya would not have faced technology challenges the way we are. However, the thoughts of Chanakya definitely helps us.
Absolutely, but Chanakya's problem is bigger than technology.
Absolutely, sir.
So you can still log in and log out, but when you are in the Rajaniti field, there are no second chances.
Yes.
So let's continue. Which aspects of Chanakya would you like to speak on? Which is your favorite part of Chanakya?
Favorite part of Chanakya is definitely starts with the Chanakya's thought, and as Chanakya also starts Kautilya Arthashastra with Aanvikshiki, which definitely is about the thought of the person, the thought of the leader, the thought of the prince to be the king. So Chanakya is all at the thought level. He sets the ground right in the beginning itself, where he makes sure that the leader's thought and the mind is in place. So rest all comes in later on according to Chanakya as well. So Chanakya's thought leadership, which we talk of, is what gives me the most connect to Chanakya, I would say.
So tell me, you're talking about Vijigishu. So that's a very different concept. Not many people are aware of it. Would you like to speak about Vijigishu?
Sure, sir. So Vijigishu, this is the topic, in fact, which we are focusing in these days, and we've been talking about it. We've been doing webinars, and in fact, we are also looking at a training program on that. Vijigishu is something which Chanakya describes in Kautilya Arthashastra in book number 6 and then 7. Vijigishu is someone who is a world conqueror. The way we talk of Vishwaguru Bharat, in the same manner, Chanakya had thought of Vijigishu as Vishwa Vijeta Bharat. That is what I would put it as. So Vishwa Vijeta, not only the teachers of the world, but also the leaders of the world. So Vijigishu is that what we are looking upon as a topic and a subject. And Chanakya, through the theory of Mandala Yoni and other things in terms of the Shadgunyam, talks about strategies and structure. How can a leader actually become a world leader? So that is Vijigishu for me. How a king or the leader needs to aspire and should become a world leader is what Vijigishu is about, sir.
We'll talk about Vijigishu a little bit later, how to become a world conqueror. But you've been driving a complete team during the pandemic at Chanakya Aanvikshiki. And, it has been very interesting to watch you and the way you have been leading your team. So please share your experiences, the way you used to lead the company before pandemic, during pandemic, and now post-pandemic.
Sir, your inspiration is what helps the most to work during tough times, especially times when COVID hit. And your direction, your inspiration helped us do all those activities which we did during the pandemic, post pandemic now, and now I would say not only post pandemic, but I would probably put it in 3 phases: during the lockdown, post the lockdown, and actually getting into a mode of webinars, Instagram lives, and things like that. We started to at least make a digital presence of ourselves around in the market. So that is what was the focus, as Utsaha Vardhaka, but at the same time, we also have to be active. Not active, it's be ever active, as Chanakya says. So during lockdown, we had to be active. Whatever resources available, we tried doing something or the other. At that time, we probably did not even have a strategy in mind, but we just went by, let's do something. And we started doing this online activities, which is now the fruits, I would say, have come out. The flowers have bloomed, where all that activity we did online, we are actually now structured in a manner where we have online course offerings. We have 8 different modules now online, which we teach. We are looking at doing many more online programs. And now the cherry on top comes in when we are able to go offline as well. So the phygital model is actually adding up. So which was our old business model, where we used to function in the old manner. The new normal which happened has just added more to us. So that's a blessing of pandemic for us, because we would have never discovered our strength of being online trainers or online course providers. So I would say every difficulty comes with some kind of a blessing as well. So pandemic helped us in this manner.
Thank you. Tell me something about your team. You got a very young team, and that they're working. The style of functioning is very different. Tell me about leading the team and about the team members as well.
Absolutely, sir. So I would say it's not the team. Everyone is a leader in themselves. So we all are a group of leaders rather than a team, I would say, because everyone who's working at Chanakya Aanvikshiki Pvt Ltd is self-inspired, takes up responsibility on their own, and make sure what they take up responsibility, they just complete and do it. And the best part is, we have never made any formal rules, any formal bylaws of the company or anything like that. But the purpose, the vision of the company is what keeps everyone driving. So people like Milan, for example, I mean, I was telling Milan these days, he does this beautiful thing of selling. He has a team of people sell under him. However, he himself the sales part of it. So I was talking to him today, and I said, this activity which you are doing right now is definitely going to pay us multiple folds in the future, because calling people these days, speaking to them, having an interaction, especially in a world where everyone is gone digital, because the communication, everything is now on WhatsApp. So people somewhere refrain from talking in words. So he makes an effort to call everyone. At the same time, also hits a conversation. Because at times people calling for a program and things like that, so people feel that or a sales call aa gaya, some credit card guy or some wala insurance bech raha hoga, something like that. But no, Milan makes an effort to hit a conversation, and he talks to his clients, he talks to people for minutes at a stretch, And when I'm saying minutes, it's not 3, 4, 5 minutes, it's 15 minutes, half an hour calls. Which is wonderful in this time when we are so much bombarded with all those promotional calls coming up on us throughout the day. Same thing, we have Tushar, another person who's self-driven in the manner what he wants to do. A person who has his thoughts and keeps thinking, and thinking is a very important job a leader should have, and Tushar definitely does that very well. A very well organized he is, ever ready to do whatever required whenever required. So both Tushar and Milan, for that matter, are the ever ready people whom we would want. So they all are self-inspired leaders. Kartika, for that matter, sir, has been there with you since so many years. Whether it's night, day, Saturday, Sunday, anytime we tell her, she's ready to work. She's ready to contribute, and we never have come across a situation where anyone says, "Sir, abhi office hours nahi hai. This is not our working hours," because our office hours are not like that. So, it's not that we call someone at that. So I feel if we in a working culture loosen up a bit in terms of the strictness which is there at work, people might feel a little more relaxed and be more creative as well. So That is what is there. Milan, Tushar, Kartika, there's Rupal, who has recently joined in, a very intelligent girl who comes from a mass media background. She's studying a mass media, helps us in creating all this content which we are doing online, for Instagram and Facebook and all the social media activity. At the same time, all the creatives which we are doing in terms of the courses and everything. She comes in there, and then the whole group of interns. Those are the powerhouse, I would say, for us, because they come up with so many new out of the box ideas, so many out of the box things. So there is Dhanvi, there is Naman, who is joined in as interns, and then there is also Drashti. So these are people who come with simply out of the box ideas, and the enthusiasm which they have is amazing. At times I feel if I'm at work and I don't feel like it, chalo aaj thoda relax kar lete, nothing much. I mean, you see them jumping around, bubbling around, doing something like, oh, let's join the party and just go and work with them. So that's the kind of team there. And absolutely, you are always there, giving us directions that it helps.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and tell me something about your fellow students, especially somebody like a Meena and all that students who studied Chanakya together. How are your formal and informal relation with so many of the students who have learned Chanakya along with you?
Absolutely, sir. So all the students, in fact, I feel Chanakya, as I said, we connect at the thought level. So all the students who have studied Chanakya, and I would tell this on a lighter note, but would at times feel misfit in the outer world, because all the thought process which is going on in the mind, and they're like, oh, how small people are thinking in life. We need to really think bigger. So they feel misfit. And that's what all the fellow students and all my, I would say, batchmates or everyone whom we are always in touch, we feel very comfortable with each other, because everyone is thinking broad, everyone is thinking large, everyone is thinking big. Choti baat pe theek hai, we get over those small issues, come over those small issues and not get stuck with it. Think of big things and work on big things, because studying Chanakya, we all have realized that खाली बड़ा सोचना जरूरी नहीं है, उसको पीछे जाके implement करना भी जरूरी है. The execution is very important of what we think we want to do big in life. Yes, it is important. बड़ा सोचो, बड़ा करो, बड़े think big, grow rich. All that is fair enough, but at the same time, execution is what Chanakya gets in. So all these students who are there, from say my CIPL batch, where we studied the 6,000 Sutras of Kautilya Shastra, to leadership program of Masters in Leadership, to even the Sunday class, where we used to attend the Sunday class at your place. So Sunday class students, all of us form an ecosystem of Chanakya students, or probably I would say Chanakya thinkers in that manner, I would say. So we all are very happy being Chanakyans, I would say, in that context.
Absolutely. So nice to see so many of my students becoming teachers and many of them applying in their respective companies. Coming back to your company, Chanakya Aanvikshiki Pvt Ltd. You got an interesting food culture out over there. Would you like to speak about that? Khana Pina?
So absolutely, I feel food is something, and in our culture, we have always made sure that food is available. I love the Sikh community for that, because if you go to any Gurudwara, the food is always available. The langars are free flowing for that matter. A great concept by Shivanandan sir of Roti Bank, where he said, I will make sure that the last person who is a street beggar also gets food. And he said that, food, if पेट भरा है, तो half of the crime is anyways finished. That was Shivanandan sir as a police director general of police Maharashtra said. So food has always been a very important thing in our culture, which needs to be sufficient. So in our office, we have made sure that the lunch is on the house, the food is on the house. Khana mangao every day. We have someone who has a home cooked food which we get. So there's a dabba tiffin which we get, and we all sit together and eat. A lot of offices, a lot of corporates have a culture where the boss sits in his cabin, and then has a different food. हर किसी का अपने अपने घर से डब्बा आता है, and they all are within themselves and they're just eating their food and focused on themselves. Whereas here we all mingle around, talk to each other, speak to each other, eat the same food, sit together, have a little lighter moment, because that's the break time also when we are actually not on work. So that food brings us that, gives us that bonding as well. So I feel every company should also try and think on that. At least if you can take food of your people, because think in a city like Mumbai, if someone has to come to work at say 9:30, 10 in the morning, right? That person has to cook food or wait for the mom to cook food. The mom is in stress and pressure कि बच्चे के लिए बनाना है या husband के लिए बनाना है, wife के लिए बनाना है. Men can also cook for that matter. But so खाना बनाना है, get tiffin in the morning. But if food is taken care of at work, you need not get that. So that stress part in the morning is also gone. In the afternoon is also gone. So it's a better lifestyle. Probably help in bringing some work-life balance for everyone at work as well. So that is what is on our thought on food, and we would always be happy doing that. I mean, so this comes from your a training to us, because when we were in CIPL, the 6 months program which we did, our lodging boarding was taken care of by the institute. And the food, जो भी खाना है खाओ, whatever, we had the Anna's canteen where there was an account, so anyone coming from the institute can eat anything and everything and just sign in off and move on, you not ask anything more. So this training comes from there, sir, about food.
Nice. Now the training has made lot of students pursue their PhDs. You are doing a PhD. Jayesh is there. Yogesh is there. First batch. Varsha, and Prashant. The list just goes on and on. What is this whole inspiration that all of you at this age, and there's so much responsibility of running companies and families actually pursuing your PhDs on? You should talk about that. That's a different culture that all of you students have got into.
Yes, yes, sir. So again, I would say it's the training again helps there, and all the students, if you see, have been your students at the Masters in Leadership program who are pursuing their PhDs. In fact, that's where the seed of the whole, I would say, it's a revolution happening, because everyone wants to do PhD, and India should have that kind of research culture. We had been taught research methodology as a subject in Masters in Leadership program, and everyone was inspired to be groomed, or everyone was inspired to think in a manner that we can be original thinkers as well, right? And PhD is all about having original thought and working on an original thinking. You'll probably find some problem in the society, try and find a solution to it, or you go deep down into a subject reality in terms of something which you can contribute to the society. That is what, and PhD comes in from there. And I feel all of us who are doing PhD, whether it's me, Jayesh Bhai, who is doing, in fact, Venkatesh from our batch is also doing PhD. There's Chetan who is doing, there's Varsha who is doing. Batch 2 also has a lot of people doing PhD. In fact, Prasad Pakti, your student, has already finished his PhD in Kautilya Arthashastra. So all of us who are doing this PhD, we all have a group of our own, a small WhatsApp group of PhD students as well. Inspired manner where they all want to try and find some originality, or probably something which they can learn from Kautilya Arthashastra and contribute to this society and make a difference. So that's thought of PhD by itself. And yes, as you always say that, I'm on a mission mode to make 100 PhDs. So that your inspiration and push has always helped to pursue this dream. Let's see how it goes. But sir, yes, your inspiration and your, I would say, push also helped in that. So definitely a big thanks to you, and it's all your blessings that we all at least started to walk on the path of PhD. Probably, let's see how many of us finish, but then yes, we all have started walking on that path at least.
No, I'll make sure all of you finish till the last line. I'll not leave you till you become Dr. Pranav Patel, because so many patients are already waiting. Okay. I'll be talking about your PhD topic maybe some other time, because we are a little bit on the time that got lost because of the technology part of it. But definitely I want to listen and maybe tell the listeners and the audience over here about the upcoming program that you have been designed with the
Yes.
team, and it's going to be very different, almost like the end of pandemic, and you're going to be taking it out of Mumbai. So tell us something more about the Vijigishu
Yes.
program that's in the pipeline.
So Vijigishu is going to be a one-day program. It's probably the post-pandemic, as we started our conversation with it. This is going to be a post-pandemic program. First time we are doing an offline program, a classroom program, which we used to do very regularly before. But this time what we are doing is we're doing it at Sofitel in BKC in Mumbai, Hotel Sofitel. The program which we have designed is a new program. The sutras we have picked up are from the point of view of Vijigishu. So the topic which we will be covering in this program, which we are doing, the one-day program, is Vijigishu. You know, how Chanakya wanted a leader to become a world conqueror. You know, बहुत हो गया, you know, India, developing country, third world country, still not there. अभी भी हमारा number ये है. Only thing we are leading probably is number 2 is in population, and I'm sure that there we will become number 1 soon. But then I'm sure India can, with this population, making it as a strength. We as a country, we all as citizens, proud citizens of the country, would want the country to become number 1 in lot many more aspects as well. So what is all about Vijigishu is become a world conqueror. Let's become number 1 in the world. You know, nothing less. As you always tell us, you know, this is one which keeps us pushing always. Well, you tell us that you never win a silver, you always lose a gold, right? And Vijigishu is all going to be about making sure that you get the gold. So this is the program. 31st of October, the coming Sunday, we are doing it at Sofitel Hotel, which is in BKC, a one-day program on Vijigishu. So morning we'll meet, tea, coffee, snacks, lunch, spend time. So, sir, you will be there. So people will get a time to spend with you as well. So that would be thanks to you. I mean, that you're going to be there with us for that full day. So that's the program of Vijigishu. Post Vijigishu, we are coming up with something that we are planning to go for an off-site, probably in the month of December. We want to go to a place where we can spend 2 nights, 3 days with you. Looks like we might zero down upon Alibag as a destination. We're still working on some details of those. We should be able to come up with more details by end of this week. But in December, we're planning that we can probably go out with you, spend at least 2 days, 3 nights, or 2 nights, 3 days, whatever availability comes in, and do that. So that will be, but then the focus there would be Rajarishi. So after Vijigishu, what? First become the world number 1, and then what? So that is how we have designed it. So Rajarishi will be what we will be doing in the month of December. So this is what is coming up. So for all the viewers, thank you for joining in, and please join us on Sunday at Sofitel. It will be a pleasure spending time with all of you on Sunday the whole day. Good part about keeping a program on Sunday in Mumbai, especially in BKC, is you will see how the roads look. You will see how the buildings look, because there will be no traffic around. And no traffic around in Mumbai is definitely a bonus these days. So the bonus is on Sunday, no traffic around. So no, the traveling time is cut to half. And you all will enjoy the place as well. So that is the program, sir.
Thank you so much for giving so much details, Dr. Pranav Patel, in the making. So many things that we can discuss. Before I part, I just want to tell you that, you know, let me also tell you that Pranav is going to be also part of the training. He'll be taking the session along with me. And I'm so proud when, you know, the day will come when I will retire and my students will be the teachers. And that's already happening. So look forward to so many Chanakya teachers apart from Dr. Radhakrishnan Pillai. And I want each one of you to also learn Chanakya and become a teacher of Chanakya's teaching. You know, join the family, join the celebrations. The knowledge revolution is here, and be a part of it. Looking forward to meet each one of you, not just digitally, but physically, in not only Vijigishu or some other program. Thank you, Pranav, for creating a great office culture, being a great leader, and taking all friends and family along with us. Thank you so much, Pranav.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.